You got tired of caring more than everyone else. Tired of explaining yourself. Tired of being the one who feels everything, while everyone else seems to move on like nothing happened. So you changed. You stopped texting first. You stopped opening up. You stopped showing when something hurt. You told yourself, I don't care anymore. Nothing gets to me now. I'm done feeling like this. On the outside, it looks like strength. Detached, unbothered, cold. On the inside, you're not peaceful. You're just frozen. You haven't killed your emotions. You've locked them in a room and thrown away the key. And now you're starting to notice something. People don't really respect you anymore. They just don't know you anymore. They don't treat you as someone powerful. They treat you as someone distant, replaceable, hard to connect with. The world tells you being nice is weak. Caring is weakness. Attachment is weakness. So a lot of people swing to the other extreme. No feelings, no trust, no vulnerability. They confuse emotional shutdown with emotional power. That's what this video is about. Not just why people-pleasing fails you, but why becoming an emotional iceberg won't save you either. Because from Machiavelli to Carl Jung to Nietzsche, a brutal idea runs underneath all the noise. Both the doormat and the ice wall are controlled by fear. Neither one is truly free. Welcome to PhiloThrone, where we turn philosophy into self-mastery so you can sit on the throne of your own mind. Today, we're not defending niceness. We already exposed that. Today, we're going after its opposite, the illusion that being distant, cold, unbothered, and unreachable is what makes you powerful. It doesn't. It just makes you hard to hurt and easy to misread. From people-pleaser to ice wall. Most people don't start out cold. They get made that way. You were probably the understanding one, the forgiving one, the patient one, the it's okay, don't worry about it one, until it stopped being okay. You watched. People ignore your boundaries. Apologies never really change behavior. Effort go one way. Respect disappear as soon as you needed something back. At some point, something breaks. There's usually a moment. The betrayal that finally crosses the line. The friend who uses you one time too many. The partner who proves they never took you seriously. And inside, you say, never again. I'm done being the soft one. In Jungian terms, your shadow, the part of you you've been suppressing, comes online. The anger you've buried, the hatred of being used, the hunger to finally stop bleeding for everyone else. Instead of learning how to express that shadow consciously, most people do something else. They swing to the opposite extreme. They become the cold one. They stop answering messages, mock their own old sensitivity, call detachment high value, alpha, or unbothered. But nothing was really healed. It was just inverted. You went from being ruled by other people's approval to being ruled by your fear of being hurt again. Different costume, same prison. The illusion of cold power. On social media, cold looks impressive. No texting back, no reaction, no visible emotion, no attachment, no expectations. It's marketed as stoic, mysterious, high value, untouchable. But there's a difference between stoic composure and self-protective numbness. One is rooted in clarity. The other is rooted in fear. You can feel the difference. The truly powerful person is calm, present, and grounded. The fake cold person is tense, sarcastic, distant, checking out even when they're sitting right there. They're not at peace. They're on guard. Nietzsche said, "What is done out of love is beyond good and evil." You can flip that. What is done out of fear is also beyond good and evil. It doesn't matter if it looks strong from the outside. If all your distance is just, "I'm terrified of ever feeling that pain again," then your coldness isn't power. It's a shield you can't put down. The cruel part? People can sense it. They don't look at you and think, "Wow, such a powerful, self-controlled person." They think they're shut down. I don't know what's really going on in there. Basic truth, people don't trust the doormat, but they also don't truly trust the ice wall. because in both cases, they can't see the real you. Machiavelli. You misread cold. Power. If any thinker gets abused by internet quotes, it's Machiavelli. People know the line. It is much safer to be feared than loved. So they decide, okay, so I'll be afraid. I'll be cold, no feelings, no mercy, but they conveniently skip the rest. Machiavelli also says a prince must avoid being hated. He says cruelty must be measured, justified, and rare, not constant. He tells rulers to appear merciful, faithful, humane, religious, upright. Why? Because power isn't just what you can force. It's what people will accept from you long term. A ruler who is cold, cruel, unmovable at all times doesn't look strong. They look detached from reality. Resentment builds. Allies dry up. Enemies multiply. You're not ruling a kingdom. You're ruling your own life. But the principle is the same. If your entire strategy is, I'll just be cold, I'll care less than everyone else, you might avoid being used. But you'll also avoid being trusted, chosen, and truly respected. Machiavelli wasn't glorifying emotional deadness. He was describing control. The prince should be able to appear warm, show mercy, build loyalty, inspire devotion, and withhold those things when necessary. That is not the same as, I will never be warm again. That's not a strategy. That's trauma with a crown on. Carl Jung, The Frozen Shadow. Carl Jung warned, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. When you go cold, you're usually not enlightened. You're just reacting. Instead of, I choose who I share myself with, it becomes, I don't share myself with anyone. Instead of, I can say, this hurt me, it becomes, I pretend nothing hurts me. You exile your tenderness, your need to bond, your grief, your capacity for love, and you tell yourself this is maturity. But the exiled parts don't die. They go into the shadow. Then they leak out as random outbursts when your mask slips. Quiet obsession over people you claim not to care about. Addiction to revenge fantasies. Deep emptiness in moments that should feel meaningful. You say, I'm better now. Nothing affects me. Yet you can't shake the feeling of being hollow. Carl Jung wouldn't call that strength. He'd call it possession. You're possessed by fear of abandonment, fear of humiliation, fear of being seen as weak, so you armor your heart in ice. You feel invulnerable, right up until someone gets close enough to threaten your mask. Then, panic. You pull away, you sabotage, you cause damage just to prove no one owns you. That's not sovereignty. That's a reflex. Nietzsche. Coldness as another form of herd thinking. Nietzsche despised the herd not just for being obedient, but for being reactive. The herd doesn't create values. It swings from one extreme to another, from be nice, be selfless, always forgive, to be cold, don't care, cut everyone off. Different slogans, same pattern. You're still not asking, what kind of person do I actually want to be? You're asking, what hurts less? Nietzsche's ideal, the Übermensch, is not cold. He's indifferent to herd opinion, but fully alive. He embraces joy, pain, risk, connection, conflict, not because he enjoys suffering, but because he refuses to live half a life to avoid it. He said, you must have chaos within you to give birth to a dancing star. You can't give birth to anything when you've frozen everything inside yourself. Coldness is not transcendence. It's a refusal. You're not above emotion. You're just afraid of its cost. And people feel that. The way you are now, some might say, they're so cold, so strong. But the ones who see clearly will think they're still scared. They just learned a different way to hide it. The hidden weakness of emotional ice. Let's be brutally direct. Being emotionally cold does give you certain advantages. You don't get dragged into every argument. You're harder to manipulate with guilt. You can walk away when something feels off. But here's what you quietly lose. Depth of relationships. The kind of respect that comes from seeing your strength and your heart. The ability to inspire loyalty instead of just fear or indifference. The chance to be truly understood. Coldness protects you from being hurt, but it also protects you from being seen. And if no one can really see you, no one can truly respect you either. People might respect your distance. They might respect your discipline. They might respect your refusal to chase. But they don't respect you because they don't know who that is. You've become an image, the quiet one, the unbothered one, the one who doesn't care. That's not a person, that's a pose. True power is not a pose. It's a center, a core you can return to even while feeling deeply, caring honestly, and connecting fully. Right now, your strategy is simple. Better numb than bleeding. Understandable. Humans, but still a reaction, not a choice. And that brings us to the real shift. Because being nice isn't power, and being cold isn't either. What actually is? How do you keep your heart without losing your spine? How do you stay human without becoming exploitable again? That's where we're going next. Being the endlessly nice one and being the frozen, unreachable one. So now the question becomes, what does real power actually look like in a human life? Not movie villain power, not social media. I don't care about anyone power, but the quiet, grounded kind that keeps your standards, keeps your empathy, and doesn't collapse under stress. Let's name it. 3 archetypes: doormat, ice wall, sovereign. Think of 3 versions of you. The doormat. This is old you. Over-explains, over-apologizes, over-accommodates. You say, it's okay, when it isn't. I understand, when you don't. No worries, while you're dying inside. Your survival strategy. If I'm nice enough, they won't leave or hurt me. Result, temporary approval, long-term resentment. The ice wall. This is, I'm done caring you. Doesn't call back, doesn't explain, doesn't admit when something hurt, doesn't let people get close. Your survival strategy. If I don't let anyone in, they can't hurt me. Result, less chaos, more emptiness. You avoid pain, but you also avoid meaning. The sovereign. This is the version you're actually aiming for. Can say no without a long speech. Can say that hurt me without collapsing. Can walk away without hating the other person. Can care deeply without self-erasing. This person is not cold. They are clear. They don't need to perform detachment. They're just not for sale anymore. Machiavelli would say, they understand mercy and cruelty, and they use both carefully and rarely. Nietzsche would say, they have created their own values, not just react against old ones. Carl Jung would say, they have integrated their shadow, not just denied it. That's our target. Warm spine, open eyes, clear boundaries. Not, I don't care, but I care honestly, not blindly. Machiavelli, strategic heart, not naive or dead. Let's go back to Machiavelli for a moment. He didn't say, be cruel. He said cruelty, when used, must be necessary, swift, not repeated. And he warned that a prince who becomes known for constant cruelty and coldness will be hated. Hatred, he says, is dangerous, because people who hate you will take any chance to betray you, no matter how long it takes. Translate that to your life. If you are endlessly soft, people use you. If you are endlessly cold, people harden against you. In both cases, you lose influence. Power, in the real world, comes from being predictable in your standards, unpredictable in how far you'll go to defend them, but still recognizably human. It is better, in Machiavellian terms, to be firm, calm, rarely angry and serious about consequences, than to be hot and cold, punishing with silence, withdrawing affection to teach lessons. Those aren't the moves of a strategist. Those are the moves of someone who doesn't know how to say, don't do that again, or you lose access to me. Coldness is a cheap punishment. Clarity is an expensive one. The sovereign chooses clarity. Carl Jung. Integrating the warmth you're afraid of. Carl Jung wouldn't tell you, stay cold so you don't get hurt. He'd say, the part of you that still wants to love, to trust, to share. That's not a weakness, that's your unlived life. Right now, that part is locked up. You protect yourself by pretending you don't need connection, depth, loyalty, intimacy. But the more you insist, I don't need anyone, the more that repressed need controls you unconsciously. You end up obsessed with people who won't commit, attached to situations that keep you at arm's length, weirdly attracted to emotional unavailability in others. Why? Because that's what you're doing with yourself. You're unavailable to your own heart. Go cold long enough and you'll start to believe, I'm just built this way. I don't feel things like other people. Carl Jung would call that a lie the psyche tells to survive. You are not emotionless, you are armored. The work isn't to stay armored forever, it's to recognize when you're putting the armor on. Ask what you're afraid would happen if you took it off, and then gradually test your capacity to feel without abandoning yourself again. The goal is not to go back to being naive. The goal is to be conscious. I know I'm capable of deep feeling. I will share that with people slowly, and only with those who show they can hold it. That's not cold, that's careful. There's a difference. Nietzsche. Power that says yes to life. Nietzsche didn't admire those who shut down. He admired those who could say yes to the whole of life. The joy, the pain, the risk, the loss. He spoke of amor fati, the love of one's fate. You can't love your fate while resenting everyone who ever hurt you and using coldness as your shield. That's not love of fate. That's permanent defense. He also wrote about resentment, that slow-burning hatred weak people cultivate when they can't act openly. If we're honest, a lot of coldness is just resentment with good marketing. You say, I'm over it. But inside, you still replay what they did. You still want them to see what they lost. You still secretly want revenge or recognition. Real power is not, I don't feel anything. Real power is, I feel everything, and I still choose my actions instead of letting my wounds choose them for me. The Übermensch doesn't hide behind detachment. He stands so firmly in his own values that even his love has teeth. He can say, yes, I care. Yes, that hurt. No, I won't let that define me. Coldness says, I refuse to feel. Power says, I refuse to be ruled by what I feel. Very different, what real power looks like in practice. Let's make this concrete. Here are some differences between coldness and true power. Coldness ignores messages to punish, pretends not to care when someone pulls away, refuses to admit hurt, even to yourself, cuts people off without explanation, withholds affection to gain control. True power responds slowly, not reactively, can say, that hurt, without begging, can say, this isn't working for me, and leave calmly. Sets boundaries once, then enforces with action, knows when to walk away and when to stay and repair. Coldness plays games. Power plays truth. Coldness wants the other person to be confused. Power wants the other person to be clear. Clear on what you tolerate. Clear on what you don't. Clear on what happens if that's ignored. That's how you earn real respect. Not by never caring, but by never betraying yourself again, in the name of caring. 4 practices to replace coldness with strength. Let's replace your old, I don't care approach with something that actually builds power. Practice 1. Name the feeling, choose the action. When something hurts, instead of, whatever, I don't care, try this privately. I feel hurt, angry, disappointed. What action actually protects my standards here? Maybe it's distance. Maybe it's one honest conversation. Maybe it's leaving. But the choice comes after you're honest with yourself, not instead of it. Practice 2. Short honesty. silent punishment. Coldness loves silent treatment. Instead, try short, clear honesty. That joke made me feel disrespected. I don't like being spoken to that way. If this continues, I'll step back. No essay, no screaming, no disappearing with no explanation. Just, this is what happened. This is how I respond. Then you follow through. Practice 3. Warm to the worthy, neutral to the rest. You don't owe warmth to everyone. You owe warmth to yourself. Those who consistently respect your boundaries, people who show they can hold your truth for everyone else. You can be polite, neutral, distant, without being ice cold or spiteful. You're not required to hate anyone, just to protect your standards. Practice 4. Notice when cold is a reflex. Whenever you feel the urge to ghost block, impulsively act like you don't care when you do. Prove you're above it. Ask, am I acting from clarity or from fear and ego? If it's fear and ego, pause. You don't owe anyone an instant reply. You don't owe anyone perfect behavior, but you owe yourself the dignity of not letting your pain run the show. A 7-day experiment. Strong, not cold. For the next 7 days, try this. Rule 1. No I don't care lies to yourself. You're allowed to say, I care, but I'm choosing distance. That hurt, and I'm deciding what to do. You're not allowed to pretend you feel nothing when you clearly do. Rule 2. One honest sentence instead of ghosting. If someone crosses a line and you feel tempted to vanish, give them one clear sentence. This doesn't feel right for me, so I'm stepping back. I don't want to continue this dynamic. Then step back. No essay, no drama. Rule 3. Choose one person to be warmer with, not a toxic person. Someone safe, a loyal friend, a decent family member. Someone who already treats you well. Experiment with sharing one extra honest thought. Saying, I appreciate you, or expressing when something they did helped you. You are training your nervous system. I can be warm and still safe. Rule 4. One boundary you enforce calmly. Just one. I'm not available to talk about this right now. I need to go now. Please don't speak to me like that. Then enforce it. No anger required. Just resolve. Watch who adjusts. Watch who gets angry. Those reactions will tell you exactly who is benefiting from you being either a doormat or an ice wall. The final question. Most people live with a false choice. Either be soft or used, or be cold and alone. The truth is harder, but better. You can be warm and strong. You can be honest and unshakable. You can be capable of deep love and absolutely unwilling to abandon yourself ever again. So, here's your question. If you stopped pretending you were cold, and instead started acting from calm, clear self-respect, who in your life would show up differently? Who would finally relax around you because they can feel you're real, not guarded? Who would step back because they can no longer feed on your silence and your overgiving? And who would suddenly seem very small compared to the person you're becoming? Sit with that. Because your answer will show you where your coldness has been hiding your true power, and where your true power is finally ready to step into the light. If this video made you see yourself more clearly, like the video so it reaches more people who are stuck between being too soft and too hard. Tell me in the comments, which archetype, doormat, ice wall, or sovereign, are you focusing on integrating this week? And what is one cold lie you're ready to drop? I'm reading. For more philosophy on power, self-respect, and emotional mastery, subscribe to PhiloThrone and claim your seat on the throne of your own mind. Because next, we're going to go even deeper into this. How to be vulnerable without being destroyed by it. You don't want to miss that.